Welcome back to the channel, guys. On a nice and calm sunny day here in Melbourne. It's so good to have a fluctuation between dreary and pretty from one day to the next. So you can go back to see the first part of this late winter double episode, and today we're doing part 2 here in the back, starting with the frangipani or plumeria. And as you guys can see, almost all the leaves have fallen off. I've watered these only a little over winter, like maybe a litre in each pot, 1 litre in June and 1 litre in July, so all up 2 litres in winter for these. And because they're well draining, any excess water just flows out the bottom. And so far so good. I've had the best results with the frangipani. So we've got 2 leaves left here and 3 here. And I noticed there's where is it? Here. I've noticed a new leaf coming already in August. So you've got 1 new leaf here and 1 new leaf here. That's a good sign that the plant is happy, right? For spring ahead. And these potted bananas here, well, they'll recover also from the cold. This is cold damage, just like this one here. And the blossom there is getting ready to open on that banana. It's taken its jolly time. That first showed up in early June, and now in the middle of August it still hasn't opened. So 10 weeks. Take note, 10 weeks for that banana blossom to open. I just noticed some fingers. Hang on. Gee, they're sneaky. There they are. So you got little banana fingers coming at the end of winter, guys. Right? So yeah, everything is in winter here in Melbourne. Everything is slow motion. So let's go around and have a look at the back on this beautiful day. Like I said, 16 Celsius, which seems to be the average in August. And bougainvilleas are still flowering, which is amazing considering it's still winter, right? And what else? The curry leaves are still hanging on, nice and green. This is a potted curry. Geraniums and coffee. We still have coffee berries on the coffee tree, which is also in the ground, right? It's been in the ground for over 10 years. Okay, and the Wirtz avocado hanging in there. Everything's on hold though because of the cold, but the possums have backed off. Maybe they found another home to terrorize, right? So far so good, and we've got a lot of avocados, guys, on this double Wirtz. It's 2 trees, 1 there and 1 here, and it's super loaded with at least I don't know, 100 fruit. It's very hard to see though because they're all green, but there's a lot. So then we have the jabuticabas. This one's coming up to 5 years old. The large leaf with new growth, right? It's pretty cold. I'm feeling the cold. Even though it's 16, it feels like 10. So we've got the other Jubbos here, they're doing okay. They pulled through, no problem. Some rainwater from July. It's been sitting there for almost a month. Yeah, I trimmed the fig here. I butchered it actually, didn't trim it, to give more light to the longan there. This longan, the kohala, which still has a few fruit that I haven't picked. They should be picked. Right, the tangelo, more longans in that bag there. Star fruit, which again didn't do much for us this autumn. It teased us. Oranges coming for spring. A lot of fruit, guys, a lot of fruit. Cherry moya, different size cherry moya. Right. These are ready at the end of spring. So you're looking at around November, December for those. The calamansi is growing taller and taller and taller. Citrus does so well here, guys, in Melbourne. If you're a lover of citrus, plant as many of these different varieties as you can. As you can see, look at them. That's the tangelo. There's another curry. That got a little yellow because it's more exposed out here than the one in the pot. But I can tell that it's still happy and healthy. As a matter of fact, I can see new growth at the tips, right at the top there. So curry is doing great. A loquat seedling that I planted 2 years ago in the ground here from a seed. It's doing absolutely fantastic. So this is gonna be a well, the plan is for it to be a canopy tree in the years to come. So at around the age of 10, I want it to be like over all these trees, especially the star fruit. This one. This is very temperamental. These star fruits don't like sun and they don't like wind until they're fully established. And this is going on to 12 years old, man. 12 years. Anyway, so the little chompu longan, still a little dwarf, but he's got a lot of new growth coming. Longans need 5 to 6 years in Melbourne to take off, unless you get a mature one. But that one was a little speck like that when I planted it. Another black sapote seedling. So look how well it's done over winter with absolutely no protection whatsoever, guys. None. Right? I've been asked many times about black sapote. Look, this is all winter growth. And by the way, this area we're at right here, at the back, all this here, this is very, very, very open to wind chill. In other words, it's nasty. This is a nasty part of the backyard here. And yet, and by the way, I've lost like 3 mangoes in this area. 3 mangoes, and I've lost a few other tropicals in the last decade. But look, the black sapote pulled through. So I want to make a point that black sapote can take temperatures down to -2 unprotected over winter. So, and the same with the grumichama, this one here, Brazilian cherry. Look at all the new growth it got over winter. This here is June, July growth. Can you believe it? Wow, amazing, without any protection. So yeah, grumichama, black sapote, champions. Well, I'm saying that now in 2025, but 5 years ago, it would not have been the case, guys. That 1 degree difference in global warming is the main reason why this is happening. 5 years ago, that black sapote would have needed frost cloth at that age, at that size. So things are warming up for sure. Yeah, I know there's some people that don't agree or don't believe that, but that's just my observation. Okay, so yeah, so here we have the longan from behind facing the sun, and there are some longans that have fallen which never got harvested, right, because we were away in July. And there's that curry again. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like the new growth didn't quite get to the promised land, but I'm sure that it'll resume growing once the weather warms up in September. Yeah. Can you see the wind? So even though it's 16, with this wind chill, gee, it was nice and calm when I came out, now it's windy. With this wind chill, the temperature feels like 9 or 10 Celsius, not 16. The 16's gone out the window now. So that's why I'm saying this area here, this whole area here is like a refrigerator. It's very, very cold. Another Kohala longan with just one fruit. It's been hanging on all winter. It's underdeveloped, so we're not going to get any juice in that. There's a new cluster that's grown up here. That's good to see. Nice. So yeah, we want dense density here, so they can all protect each other, as I've stated in another video. The first loquat fruit from this seedling, only after 2 years in the ground, guys, we're getting the first fruit. And the tree now, this seedling is almost 3 meters in 2 years. Unbelievable. So I can't stress enough how awesome loquat is for a cool temperate climate. Look at all the new growth in winter. Unbelievable, huh? It's too bad that the mango and other tropicals aren't as tolerant of the cold. And here's another loquat that I have in a pot. Right, I've got 5 more of these seedlings. These are seedlings from my own tree, from these seeds here. They fall to the ground and they pop up. I pot them up, and from that little pot we get this pot, and then we get that tree there. It's so easy. Loquats are just so easy. I don't like mucking around and stuffing around with other trees that are a lot harder to mess around with. I don't have the patience for that, guys. This Tahiti lime, I really need to trim this. It's just too high up there, and I get too many limes. What a problem. Too many limes, so I really need to take off 1.5 meters at the top. Get rid of all that up there. So we only have a tree that's 5 feet, 1.8 meters, 1.6 meters, and that's enough limes, because that's just out of hand. The same with this loquat. Loquat. It's loaded, tons of loquat. They're the small loquats, and these ones are the fat ones. These come in October, late October, for harvesting. So late spring. Got a little banana rack up there. The bats can have that. I'll give that to them. That's a dud, but still edible, right? So even through winter, we've got those little bananas there. This is a North American pawpaw seedling that I've had for almost 6 years, and it hasn't done anything. So we'll see what this does. It should wake up soon. It usually wakes up at the end of August. We'll see if we get anything from it. I had another one right in here where the grumichama is, right? And it died. Yeah, so this is a Japanese plum, which I butchered at the end of summer, waiting for this to recover. And if it doesn't recover, oh well, it'll be a chance for me to plant a tropical here. This is 20 years old, over 20 years old. But nice Japanese plums. It's just that I'm switching things over to more towards tropical, away from cold temperate fruit. What else? The macadamia. Continuous harvesting of macadamia nuts all year. Right? This is going to start flowering soon. There's clusters everywhere of macadamia nuts. By the way, guys, you wouldn't believe how many people we've spoken to on the streets, whether it's here in Melbourne or in Queensland. People from Melbourne that are visiting Queensland. And when I tell them or share with them the videos of Fruitopia, they're speechless. They're speechless. They don't know how to respond. It's like a prank. Someone pulling a prank. It's like, what? No way. You're not growing avocados and macadamias and mangoes in Melbourne? Fruiting trees? No. Yeah, guys, it's like so it happens so often when we're up there, just walking around and saying, hi, where are you from? I'm from Melbourne. Oh, we're from Melbourne too. Oh yeah, da. And eventually the topic of Fruitopia comes up, and it's like, no, is this a prank? No, guys, it's not a prank. These macadamia nuts are not fake. These are real. These are real macadamia nuts on this, wow, this tree, how big is this tree now? 5 to 6 meter macadamia tree that I planted 15 years ago. Here you go, there it is, it's real. Not a prank, it's for real. And they're falling on the ground too, because I don't get around to picking them, right? So, yeah. All right, let's move along. Try to keep this under 1 hour. I'm hoping to put a mango in. I've got to get rid of these nasty, I forgot their name now. I've got a brain fart. But anyway, here's a green gauge plum that I butchered back in early autumn. Kim's favorite plum and mine. The Damson plum. This one will be the first one to go. I've got to get rid of this. I want to put a mango in here. But I've got to get rid of these, gee, I forgot their name. The one with the blue flowers. These are just nasty. I mean, they look nice, but they're invasive, and I need this space here to do what I need to do, because this is shaded, and young tropicals love shade. They love shade, and this is all shade for them in summer and winter, even now, right? There's just dappled light. There you are, dappled light coming through there. All right, so what else? Not much change here in the back with the black sapote, longan, bananas, persimmon. This persimmon hasn't woken up yet, still asleep. The flat seedless, no sign at all. That'll wake up in September probably. I'm really looking forward to these persimmons. The Chiquita banana, or Grand Nain, as we call it in Australia, leaning over the star fruit. The Sri Kembangan, need to trim these branches, right? That's leaning a lot. As you can see, a lot of cold damage, guys. Mainly it's the wind. By the way, it's the wind, the cold wind that's caused this damage. Not so much the cold. Okay, that banana blossom up there is opened. So we've got a new rack, or a bunch. We'll use both rack and bunch, right? So that's nice to see. That opened over winter, over July. Here we have a Jabbo, the giant. It's looking happy. The star fruit again, and the the papaya. Looks like the papaya copped a lot of cold stress over the month of July, right? Right up till June it was doing great, but July, the heart and soul of winter, smashed it, just like these banana leaves, right? Banana leaves are smashed and the papaya leaves are smashed. Oh yeah, for real, guys. This is the southern red papaya. But the important thing is the stem. We're talking about root rot now. It's not so much the cold that kills these. It's the moisture. Yeah, that's damn wet. Whew. That is soaking wet down here. Damn. I raised it when I planted it, about 8 inches, but it hasn't run off. The moisture hasn't run off. It's just, oh gee, let me see if, oh no. Oh, it's a little soft. That's a little soft down there. So we might lose this papaya before the end of winter. I'm trying to keep this mulch away from it, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. Trying to get some sun in here. Try to get some sun in here. Yeah, it's a pity to lose this. Oh, there's one of the roots. That there is a root. Yeah, it's pretty soft. Softish. Yeah. But this part here, all the way up, is hard. Rock hard. It's here where it touches the wet soil where it's soft. So we might lose it. But let's hope not. Darn it. Yeah, I'm trying to get that sun to dry that soil up, but we're going to get a lot of rain next week. That's not going to help. Anyway, it's the best we can do, guys. I could have covered it, but well, I couldn't be bothered, right? Lazy. So let it fend for itself. Doesn't matter if I lose it. It is what it is. Yeah, and here we have the what do you call it? The monkey jack. I gave this wind protection. It's alive. Hang on, let me put the phone under there. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, looks green. Looks happy. So we'll see how that goes. What else? Yeah, I got to get rid of this banana here. That's the one we harvested in June. These are the blue Javas, because it's sort of leaning over the dwarf macadamia here. Another macadamia I planted 5 years ago. Yeah, and this banana, like I said, is spent. We've already harvested, but the reason I'm keeping it there is to support this banana, so this banana doesn't fall over my neighbor's side, right? So it's all strategy. All right, so this is a Parfianca pomegranate, which they say is the tastiest of all, or sweetest of all. We'll see about that, but it's getting very close to the macadamia. I don't know how I'm gonna work this out, but we'll see. The green sapote is doing great. It almost fruited for us last year in 24. So hopefully, it actually flowered for us last year in 24. Let's see in 25 if it actually sets any fruit for the first time, guys. Yeah, this is a very, very good, very happy green sapote. The other one I'll show you later isn't doing as well, even though it's older and this is younger. The younger one here is doing a lot better. Yeah. So just checking the base. I gave it a good watering the other day. We haven't had much rain in Melbourne. Yeah, it's looking okay. The green sapote. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Okay, let's get through here now. This is the Rollinia. This is the Quay Muck. I don't know how he's gonna do. He died completely down to the trunk. This is the trunk here. This is all dead, and it resprouted in fall or autumn. See how it's got two new branches or two new trunks coming. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna come through winter fine, just fine. That's a volunteer avocado that I'll probably pull out. We don't want that here. And the Rollinia. Okay, let's have a look at the Rollinia. Oh, it's still holding its fruit. Where is it? There it is, in there. So the fruit is still in there. Of course, it's not growing over winter. It's on hold, like the cherry moya. There it is. That's the Rollinia. The fruit. Still green, which means it'll pull through and resume growing in spring. That's an excellent sign. Our first ever. And the tree, yeah, it's doing okay-ish. It's doing okay-ish. Still got a flower up there. That's weird. Rollinia flower in winter, late winter. Wow. Yeah, so yeah, I've got the cover on it. That sure helped. Right? Oops. Looks like it got pierced. Darn it. So it's sitting on the leaves now. I had a cap on that, a pot. I don't know how the pot. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it flew off. I had a pot up there. It fell off with the wind. Those nasty winds that we get. So I'll have to fix that up later. And in here I've got the star apples and the abiu. Some really, really bad news on these guys, which I'm not happy about. Really sad, guys. I'm gonna have to show that in another video. Mandarin tree, that's a 30-year-old mandarin tree. They're ready now. That's an August/September variety. What's it called? Just trying to think. Emperor. That's the Emperor mandarin. These dry out if you don't pick them within 2 months, the months of August and September. By the end of September, they're fully dry and there's no juice in them, which means they have to be all taken off and discarded in October. So that's a lot of mandarins to go through in a 6 to 8 week period. There's another view of the dwarf macadamia, right? And that banana that I have to cut down. And then we have some more bananas here. And as you can see, again, a lot of cold damage. Even so, we got a rack right there that came at the beginning of winter, like in May. And that's really super duper tilting. Hang on. Yeah, that's really tilting. So I've got a bungee cord holding it, that bungee cord there. And the bungee cord is tied to a banana stem that's spent. We've already harvested from that one. So that needs to come down, but I'm using it as an anchor to anchor this guy here. This guy here. And this banana here, I might have to remove this because it's starting to lean already towards the fence, and it hasn't even fully grown, so I'll probably get rid of that. Yeah, guys, it's constant monitoring Work, work, work. There's a load of kaffir limes that have fallen. Just can't keep up with the kaffir. The most expensive citrus that you can buy. And it's just raining off the tree. Just way too many. The globe artichokes have sprung up in late winter. They look super perky. They love the cold. Can you tell? Wow. I haven't done anything with the veggie beds. I completely skipped winter planting because, again, we were away, and secondly, I didn't think there would be any rain or enough rain, so I just said, stuff it. Pass, right? This is the Angela mulberry. Looks like it's getting ready to bounce back all over the place. It's super loaded with new growth and looks like a lot of berries. I have to constantly prune this because it's super vigorous. I have it between two veggie beds, which is not ideal, but oh well. The rocoto chilies, they're all green now. These, by the way, these grew over winter. Like in May, these peppers were like this. Hang on, see that? Like this one here. And now in August, look how much they've grown in those 3 months, from that to that. So this pepper grows over winter. What a freak! It doesn't mind the cold at all. Wow! And there's some last cherry tomatoes. That's amazing to have tomatoes in August. Yeah, so that's the kaffir lime. Way too many. Way too many, guys. I have to probably chop this as well. In the middle there. It's just too high, too much everything, right? This is the early variety apple, which is starting to wake up. It's getting ready to flower, that is. This is multi-grafted. What are they? Oh, geez. Tropical Sweet, Golden Dorset, and Anna. Three different varieties. So I've only had that in the ground for 2 years. Actually, under 2 years. So it's looking pretty happy with its location. I had it in a pot for 1 year. And yeah, very delicious apples. We had the first ones last spring. They come in November. So it's nice to have early apples. Yeah, that's the Emperor, guys. That's the Emperor, and this is really sweet. Sweeter than the Afurere Mercot, and sweeter than the Japanese seedless. But they only hang on a tree for 1 month. Well, not hang, sorry. They only hold their juice for 1 to 2 months. And then, like I said, all of them turn dry in October. So we need a lot of munches, fruit munches, to go through all that. Lemons. Right, I butchered this back in May. They're all the cuttings that I've already, in only 3 months, completely broken down. Wow. More bananas here, and plantain. Sugarcane. That's sugarcane. They're not weeds. Yeah, we're growing sugarcane also, guys. In frosty cold Melbourne. And there's some more globe artichokes that I planted here a year ago. These completely died back in summer. And now they've sprung back up in winter. They love the cold. Ice cream bean, white shatut mulberry, more bananas, that Ducasse ladyfinger up there. Ladyfinger doesn't do very well for me. It's trying to shoot out a flower up there. It's been doing that for the whole winter, just on standby. Pepino, a lot of pepinos. Pepino season begins in winter, actually. There might even be some ready. Oh, the Max Gold white sapote. Weeds. Let me pull this weed out. Yeah, so Max Gold, this one did nothing for 2 years in the ground here, and then last year suddenly it said, whoop, we're going to start growing. I just hope it's growing from the graft and not from the rootstock. We'll find out. Wampy seedling is happy. Another globe artichoke, a random one I just planted there. The gyro persimmon, which only half of it exists and the other half's gone because of the storm damage that we had a couple of years ago. So this is very uneven, the tree here. I'll have to do something with this side here so it's balanced. I'm waiting for it to grow on this side, but no hope yet. There's nothing coming. One of 4 grafted mangoes that I have here in the back. This is the, what's it called again? Maha Chinook, I believe, if I'm not wrong. I can't remember, guys. It's very hard to remember all the names. Tahiti black sapote, Beanley mulberry. This is a chop and drop mulberry. An orange tree back there, the navel, the early navel. They're ready. We've been eating those. There's like over 100 oranges there. The lemons here, the mandarin there. Guys, so much fruit to pick in winter in Melbourne, especially citrus, right? It's citrus season. Yeah, so this, actually this is not the Maha Chinook. I made a mistake. Well, it's looking green. That's all it counts, right? It's alive, it's happy. The top leaves at the top are still burnt from the hot sun in summer. In March, when I didn't protect it, didn't put a shade cloth on it, so it still has scars from at 37 Celsius in March, up at the top, up here at the very top. But it should pull through. What else? Little Relinia here is alive. It's back up Relinia, unprotected. A rogue volunteer. I don't know how that survived. That's a volunteer canistel. I really don't know how that survived for the last 2 years without any winter or summer protection. And it's right underneath a lemon tree. So I don't know, and it's under the mulberry tree. So I don't know how that's going to grow in this tight spot. But anyway, we'll leave it there. Let it be a freak. The yellow jabuticaba, this one really cops it bad every summer from the hot sun. It looks like it's getting new growth, right? I've had so much bad luck with the yellow jabuticaba. Again, it's one of those trees that needs everything perfect. It doesn't like direct sun. It doesn't like, there's a lot of things it doesn't like. It's one of those sooks, right? Look, can you see? Unlike the regular jabbo, which can take direct sun and can take everything. The regular jabuticaba takes everything, but the yellow one doesn't. The yellow one is specific. It's one of those specific growers. And guys, again, with trees like that, I don't put in the extra work that's needed, and just let them survive, make it or not make it. Yeah, it's like that. That's how I'm gonna be with those. Because I've got way too much work to do here to focus on a single tree. You know, I'm used to mulberries, plant and forget. He's not gonna be specific anything. So either he makes it or he doesn't. Okay. We lost look, we lost the canistel here from the hot sun last summer. Right? I'll just plant something else here. What was this? This was just a seedling. A seedling canistel. So no big deal. And yet that one there, where is it? Look at that one. Huh? What a little show off. Yeah, it doesn't matter, guys. We'll just put another tree there. And this time put a shade cloth on it. The Fuerte avocado, I watered the heck out of this last week because it's full of fruit spurs or flower buds, whatever you want to call them. It's loaded. So it looks like this is going to be the year. And because of that, I had to water it, right? So you water these in winter when they're loaded with fruit or loaded with flowers. Yeah, so that the tree says, thank you very much, we'll move forward. Unless, of course, it's raining. If it's raining every day, you don't water. It doesn't rain much here, guys. So because of the lack of rain, I helped it. I gave it some water. All right. What else? These are the two ice cream beans that re-sprouted from the one that collapsed. Right? So I've got the two intertwined, hoping that'll help it become a stronger tree. That's the plan, right? There you go. This is the root. This is the root. This is the root of the old tree. And it's intertwined with the Monstera deliciosa. Monstera ice cream bean. See how they're all tied together? Everything's tied together like a knot. And I just noticed another ice cream bean. Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got to start pulling all these suckers out. There's more that are coming. Look, there are more shoots, sprouts coming. Right? We don't want that, guys. We've got to pull these out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, man, I'm going to be doing this all spring. What a pain. What? Oh, and there's 10 of them back there. Hang on. Oh, my God, look how many there are back there. The ice cream bean is sprouting profusely. Oh, man. I got my... See, guys, that's why I'm not going to muck around with this little jabuticaba here. See how he wants my attention? I don't have time to muck around with one plant like him when I got a million other things going on here. Right? Yeah, so that's what I was talking about. Something like that. Monstera, however you want to say it. Yeah, so Babaco and Cherry Moya. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's about 10 on the other side. They all grew down there on one side of the tree. Oh, and there's one here too, a big one. Okay. So, yeah, and this is the Fuerte avocado. Check it out. It's going to town with flower buds. So that's why I watered it, guys. Right? There it is there. There's the trunk. See all the organic matter that I'm giving it? These are all fig tree cuttings. Figs. They're all figs. Oops. Gee, this snapped easily. I just went to move the branch and it snapped. It's all right. Look at that. Easy swipe. Yeah, figs. All right, let's get moving. Back to the calamansi. Now it's a grapefruit too. I forgot to show you this. Yep, we've got grapefruit as well, guys. We've got just about every citrus except for the finger lime. I don't have any finger limes. Check out the that nasty leaf miner. But it takes care of itself. That's a good thing. about that. Oranges, pomelo. These pomelos were so sweet this year. The sweetest that they've ever been. This is the winter variety, not the Vietnamese one, the Nam Roi, but the standard regular pomelo. And I don't know what the name of that is. I just call it the regular pomelo. Yeah, they're really sweet. The lychee, the Bosworth, that I've had for 7 years, six years. It's starting to make a move. Usually does that at the very, very end of winter. Right? Very small moves. Not much. Not much. Just a little. So it mainly gets going in spring. A lot of pink guavas or Hawaiian guavas that we haven't picked. Again, guys, again. Look, these are $25 a kilogram at Rusty's Market. Yeah, for sure, for real. Yep. For real, guys, for real. It's just too much. Way too much. The jabuticaba here, the small leaf, is on hold for winter. But that'll start picking up in September. It's pushed out some new growth. But that's with a tinge of cold. See the yellow? Yeah, cold. It's too cold for it to do much. So that's on standby as well. A lot of standbying going on. The jamun, standby. Everything's on standby. These flowers had no chance to open over winter, and they almost all of them fell. So this has to reacclimate to Melbourne's climate. At the end, they just dry up like that. Yeah. That's the Jambolan. But the thing is, it's getting new growth. Go figure. It's got new growth in winter. This is winter growth. So I'm scratching my head. How we can, and look at this. A complete new cluster. All that there, that's all new too. This all came in winter. I thought it was too cold. This guy can't make up its mind. So it's too cold, but yet it's pushing new growth. Look. Huh? Yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Some more citrus here. Another navel orange and Murcot. This is the Afurer. Right? This is the Emperor. They're just different. I'm not going to say one is better than the other. The best thing about this Afurer is it holds its juice for up to half a year. Up to half a year. Whereas the Emperor only holds its juice for, like I said, 2 months. 2 months, 6 months. 2 months, 6 months. So which is the better tree? Well, it depends if you're going for flavor or for other reasons. Yeah. Black Shatut, black Pakistan mulberry, still sleeping. Hasn't woken up yet, like the Angela and the Hicks Fancy. Need to mow the lawn here. I watered the heck out of the Hass. This is the Hass avocado. I gave this gallon after gallon of water, guys, because again, it hasn't rained much. It hasn't rained much, and these avocados need water. Well, the tree needs water to give to them. So I flooded the Hass in winter. But you don't do this unless it's raining. If it's raining, you don't water the avocado. But we haven't had much rain. Sprinkles, it's sprinkled. I checked weather zone and it says 1 millimeter. Then 3 days later, 2 millimeters. Then 1 week later, 1 millimeter. Come on. That is only enough to water the leaves. The leaves get wet, not the soil. Yeah, of course I'm gonna water a tree like this. Huh? I don't have to. By the way, you don't have to, but it might affect fruit production. You might get underdeveloped fruit. Maybe. But to be on the cautious side, I guess if you're unsure, just don't water at all if you're unsure, so you don't lose the tree. Because I lost a lamb has avocado 5 years ago because I mistakenly left the hose running at the trunk. I left the hose running for 2 hours whilst I was inside having dinner. I forgot to turn off the hose. That was a mistake. It wasn't intentional. And the tree died after 3 months. It took 3 months to die from that overwatering. It doesn't happen overnight. By the way, that was when I did that was the middle of summer. So even in the middle of summer, you can kill the avocado from overwatering. This is the ruby guava, which finally, after 2 years, it's taken 2 years for this guava to to come up. For 2 years, it sat there doing nothing. This small, nothing at all. And now it's like, yeah, okay, I'll do something. Finally. So guys, you got to be really patient. 2 years for the ruby guava to push. We've got a couple of peaches here. I want to put these in the ground. These are dwarf peaches. They're starting to wake up. Right, now's the time for me to plant them. Actually, July was the time to plant them. But I don't know where to put them. The thing is, I'm taking away I'm giving the tropicals the priority for in-ground planting. That's why I pulled these out of the ground a year ago. But I want to put them back in the ground because in summer they need to be watered every day. It's a pain watering these every day for 60 to 90 days, 3 months. It's a pain. Whereas when it was in the ground, I never watered it. You never water these when they're in the ground. Anyway, there's the other one. I got a donut peach and an Indian peach. This one is funky. From outer space. Someone said this is a sickness. Right? I don't care what it is, guys. Again, I'm not going to stress over the unknown because it produced like 30 peaches for us last year. That's all that matters. And here's a Thai guava. Look how healthy it is. Again, this one also took 2 years to get established. And now, look at it. Wow, nice. So nice. So over the next 2 years, it's going to get up to here. Right? 2 meters. But remember, I got this as a little pipsqueak. Like really small. Now, if you can find a tree that's already 5 foot tall, that's a major advantage. It had like a dozen guavas on here, but they all fell, except for him. One stayed on. Just one of the 12. Yeah, the rest fell. So that's the tree saying, I'm too young. I'm too young to hold 12 fruit. So the tree itself dropped the fruit. I didn't have to pluck them off. Okay, there's the angel peach. This is a super dwarf, which only grows to 1 meter in height. Right? So this is the first cab off the rank. So it's got the leaves and the flowers already in August. These are ready in November, at the end of spring. There I butchered the brown turkey fig, as I said I would. Right? All the cuttings. This is the Nam Doc May mango, which is doing okay. The same with the other 2 mangoes that I didn't show you back there. Hang on. Those two with frost cloths. And this huge navel orange that needs another butchering, man. I butchered this last spring and it needs it again. Half the tree is what I cut. I cut all that away last spring and it's come back. But this time it came back without any fruit. That's the first time it has not flowered or fruited in over 15 years. I've had this for close to 20 years, but I just noticed it's waking up. Okay, it's waking up. So there's a chance it might have a late flower set. Late. I don't know if it's late or early, but it doesn't matter what it is. It's waking up. It's waking up, and I can see the potential of flowers and fruit coming for summer 25/26. So I've got to get moving and prune it before it starts setting. I don't want it to set fruit up there because I can't reach the fruit up there. Plus it's too much. It's too much fruit. So I've got to prune this by the end of August. See the work I've got to do? So forget about pampering little yellow jabuticaba and all his needs. Little sook. I've got a lot of other kids that are needing urgent attention. Oh yeah, the red Dhaka banana. There's a chance we might get a flower from this. So far, over the last 10 years or 15 years, what's been happening is, in case you missed a scoop, these have been rotting as they get to this size. They get to full size and then the base rots and they succumb with every mother. And then the same happens with the daughter when she gets to full size. And I don't know why. Someone said it's a disease. Okay, whatever it is. But this one, this mother, hasn't shown any sign of rot yet. And she's very, very close to full maturity. We're not far away. And I'm always checking down here because this is where it rots first. And I can see here a potential, what do you call this? Sucker coming out of her on the side here. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with this red Dhaka banana. And we're going to get an explosion of jasmine flowers this spring. So in September, all this will be white flowers with perfume. 10 meters long, over 15 meters long hedge or whatever, vine. Yeah, so all three mangoes here are doing great. All right, what else? Have I got everything? Oh, it got cloudy. See how we got cloudy? There's a chopper. Gee, I can barely see it. Where is it? Yeah, so, and there's the Australian native tamarin up there. And it's still hanging on. It's still hanging on. At, wow, how big is that? 2, 6, 8, 10. It's almost 10 meters. Okay, guys. That's about it. The jujube's still sleeping. That wakes up in September. I'm going to take out these two center branches though. That one and that one. These two. It's hard to get to the fruit in the middle. That's a wax jambu. That's doing great. That should do really well this spring with all the protection it's had. The dwarf mulberry waking up. And it's already got mulberries on there. Little baby mulberries. This started waking up in July. The dragon fruit, looking forward to another dragon fruit season. Got to get rid of this rust. Right? There's always work to do. Another Wampy seedling. And interestingly enough, on this seedling, let me go around and show you. Oh, and before I go there, this is the cherry of the Rio Grande. I'm standing over it. It still hasn't taken off. Yeah, let me show you the... Hang on. Look what happened here with the Wampy seedling. A couple of years ago, the center, someone said it's ring bark. It got ring barked. I don't know how it got ring barked, but the center here, look what happened to it. Look, it's fine up to here, it's fine, right? It's fine, but in the middle, it's ring barked. That's what someone called this, ring bark. But look what happened in the last 6 months. It shot out 2 side branches. This one and this one. So we've got 2 new branches on the side, beside the ring bark. So now I'm going to take away this center branch that's ring barked, even though it's perfectly healthy above the point here. See that? It's perfectly healthy. Look. Hang on. I don't need this anymore, this center branch, because I got this new branch here and this new branch here. So we're going to get 2 branches now instead of 1 in the middle. Yeah. So that's cool. Without me doing anything. No sprays, no asking questions. What do I do? Right? You just go clip. I'm going to clip that off. I'm going to clip that off down here. Where is it? That guy there. See that? Where it's ring barked? I'm just going to snip that off without having to ask or know or do. Nothing. Thank you. I think we're done. Oh, there's the other green Sapodia. It's sort of coming back from its funk. The main funk it suffered from was drought. Green Sapodia needs a lot of water. It's a very thirsty tree. And because it wasn't getting enough water, it was going downhill because all the water was running off. Whenever I watered it in summer, just run off. It was all going to waste. As much as I tried to, make a berm, it still ran off, man. The only way around that would be a trickle, watering it with a trickle. Slow trickle, right? That's the only way around that. But yeah, it's coming back now. This is another Cochala longan. I got 3 of these. Why do I have 3? So guys, the same reason I have 5 black Sapodies. When one of these becomes super duper huge, like this pomelo, right? And it's got thousands of longans on there, well, I might consider removing the other 2. I won't need so many. But the thing is, these are slow growing. And because they're slow growing, I have to find a workaround. What's this? I have to find a workaround. A workaround to beat the odds in case I lose one tree. As soon as it starts doing great, it's like, yeah, my 10-year-old longan has made it to the promised land, and now, oh, it succumbed. It died. I just lost 10 years. But when you have a second backup, or a third, or a fourth, or a fifth, or a 10th backup, it doesn't matter if you lose that 10-year-old tree, guys. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Looks like it's raining. Wow, it's raining. There was no forecast of rain. Weird. The Subel white Sapodia, I have to trim this. There's no way I can get the fruit up there, even though there's fruit coming. Oh man, this should have been pruned a long time ago. See the fruit on the Subel? Yeah, I can't get up there. That's not even at the top. That's not even all the way up. Oh, it's a sun shower, that's right. Yeah, so this is late winter, part 2. Go and check out part 1 from the front. And what else? I think we're done. I hope this fuyu fruits this year. It's missed 2 years. It hasn't fruited for 2 years. I've had this in the ground for almost 20 years, this fuyu. Every year it gave me like 200 fruit. Last year 0, and the year before it gave me 10. So I don't know if it's dying slowly, a slow death, or if it's having a very, very long holiday, 2-year holiday. Okay, I think I'm done, guys. And there's the grafted wampy. What's it called again? Yimpei. Yeah, this is growing nice and tall. It's growing up and up. A lot of water. Citrus needs a lot of water. And the pitangatuba. Yeah, that needs a lot of water too. These guys need a lot of water. And the green sapote needs a lot of water. Yeah, some plants need a lot more water than others. Yeah, I think I'm done, guys. I think I'm done. Here's the other black sapote backup. This is just a backup. Just in case, guys. Just in case. It's not because we don't have enough fruit coming on the main tree. It's not about that. It's about, will the other tree get sick? Will the other tree get wiped out in a storm? Will the other tree, whatever. That's what it's about. Okay, I'm going to have some mandarins now and tangelos. Yeah, this is nice. Look at the flush on that. Nice. So, we'll catch you from the next video. Have a great day. And enjoy. Yeah, look at the loquat in late winter. Look at all the new growth coming. Can you see that? Take note, guys, if you're in a cold area and you want that tropical look. When it's freezing. When it's freezing, that's what the loquat does.